Well, hello. Welcome to all you lords and ladies of fate. You have found yourself in the only Twitch TTRPG stream that allows you, the viewer, to impact the stories being told on your screens and do it for free. In order to do so, you must spend fate chips. These are our loyalty points that you earn just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or even just engaging with us in chat. You can then use those fate chips to heal your favorite players, summon in custom items, or make our players say silly things. You can even force the adventurers into random encounters. Tonight, we are playing Tomb of Annihilation, an adventure module for Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. And joining me, we have Jeff playing Kenneth Noisewater, the Halfling Monk.
Hello, that's me.
We have myself playing Jaeger Bruce, the human ranger blade singer. Then we have Armand playing Aladdin. Actually, I don't have my description of you. What's your
a warlock that will show you the world.
The wrong format sheet. Okay. Yes, human world. Right. Also, we have Felix playing Scrod, the human barbarian.
What's up, everybody?
And lastly, we have Keyblader playing Xavier Thatch, the human rogue.
Hello, all.
And then to mitigate the will of the fates, we have our very own DM Dave. No, not that one.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chult. I believe we have another installment of Letters to Lenny to get us back up to speed on where we were last week in this dank, dark cave. What's going on? Scrod, take us away.
Dear Lenny, we were heading for the Canyon of Blades, but then decided to go towards the mine, hoping to find, well, I don't know, something. It was near Jacob Bay, which apparently will be something that we should probably have thought about in hindsight. Anyway, there wasn't anyone in the caves, but they were filled with some kind of moss. And wouldn't you know it, they were in the mood to turn us into compost. The team made short work of the salad monsters. We rescued a weasel, whom we named Mr. McGuffin, or MacMuffin, I can't remember which. Xavier, it turns out, found some treasure, climbers' kits, lanterns, and he learned he can't see in the dark. Jaeger looked through some leftover salad, found leather armor, and a silver box containing a rather nice-looking necklace. Well, I have to sign off now because Captain Iak Jawarn of the Jakarta Anchorage seems to want to have a word. And apparently I've also gotten a letter in another bottle from the estate of Percival Maxwell Griffinton McStandish V. I'll look these things over when they cool down a bit, and I learned Latin. Love, Scrod.
And Scrod entrusts this vial to a small pool of water within this cave. As from the entrance, you all hear the voice yelling again. "We know you're in there," it comes. "We won't be asking politely again. They have asked you to come out with your hands up."
They weren't too polite the first two times.
No.
Well, I have baby bundled Mr. McGuffin to my torso. He is nestled in my cleavage, and I have my rather impressive axe that I am prepared to go outside with.
What do the rest of you guys think?
I mean, they sound pretty serious, but
Yeah,
I think we should go check it out.
I'll be while they're out there anyway. Anybody have any ideas from the smell or the sound or anything?
Make a...
I like to make a guess. And
Yeah, I'll
say
make a
there's,
guess, Alex.
6 of them.
Okay. You saved Dave a lot of mental stress there.
Yeah, good guess.
You're gonna roll a guess.
Seems as good, as likely a number as any other number he could have said.
It's
Well,
just,
6 is good.
It's just a guess, guys. I don't know.
Would I be familiar with the pirate rule of parlay?
Highs or lows?
Highs.
Come up in your studies.
Or my travel going to other
Yes,
places.
you are familiar with the. You're actually quite familiar. Maybe you spent a few months in your teen years learning the ins and outs of the pirate code. You're pretty well versed in it, actually.
Cool.
So you know, like most pirates would probably follow your parlay.
Okay. I'm gonna step past you, Aladdin. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
I'm
fine.
gonna shout parlay to the guy.
All right, make a persuasion check.
Oh, I got that proficiency thing. Oh shit. 11?
You can hear sort of a hushed conversation, and then the voice responds, "Parlay." In the traditionally accepted.
Okay. Can I insight that just to make sure that I can
Yeah.
properly confirm?
Move them all to the token layer.
Ooh, 21.
It sounds like for now he's going to follow the rules.
Okay. Okay, guys. I turn around and talk to everyone else. Okay, guys. I'm gonna negotiate with us in case so we can all get out of here alive. Hopefully. And he won't attack us for right now.
I can read their minds too, if that helps.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear their like. I can listen to their surface thoughts without anybody realizing. I can dig deep, but they'll know.
You should really warn your friends before.
Oh, if I dug deep, you'd know. You'd know.
Have you been rooting around in there?
Yeah.
What would you like to eat?
Yeah, but like if you wanna, what if somebody say, and I say this out loud, thought about Margaret Thatcher in a thong bikini, for example, and that probably is something.
No.
Sucking down to Aladdin right now.
So I'm talking to all of you right now.
The artist never goes, "No, why'd you say that? Why'd you say something like that?"
Look, Aladdin's gonna look at everybody and go, "Look, some of you all have some pretty decent surface thoughts. The rest of you, oof."
An explosion comes from outside the cave. It echoes. Normally, there's a time limit for this parlay kind of thing. Yours is fast approaching.
Okay, guys, we gotta go out there and at least greet the guy who's attempting to might murder us.
Well, I'm going out beside you, so I'll just walk out with you.
No one would rather be in front of me?
Oh, you said you were gonna parlay. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
did.
I'll
Okay,
stand.
guys.
No, it's fine. I'll go in front of you.
I'll stand close and let you know if anything's about to happen.
Okay. Okay, Kenneth, please walk with me to the front of the cave where all the bad guys might be staying, and oh boy, there's so many out here.
Oh man, my guess
jeez.
was way off.
Ooh.
You step
Okay.
out, blinking into the sunlight, to see about a dozen men and women of various species surrounding the cave entrance. Most of them hold short swords or scimitars, but a few hold strange contraptions. Metal cylinders with handles, their open ends pointed in your direction. The lead pirate, this fella in front, is holding one of these against his shoulder. You can see smoke curling out of the very tip of it. And he says, he takes one step forward. And says, "That's better. Now, on order of Captain Elok Jaharwan, if you'd kindly surrender your belongings." And before he can get out more than that, he steps forward to here. This pirate who's behind him rushes up, grabs him on the shoulder excitedly, and sort of shakes him. The pirate turns around to him with a confused look on his face. But the pirate is already stepping past him, up to you, Aladdin. And he sort of motions you aside, wordlessly, Aladdin.
I'll look behind me and go, is there something you needed from back there? What?
Scrod is behind you.
The glare. Who? Yeah, you know what, big guy,
as you look ahead, the person in front of you is suddenly also Scrod.
There's you. Okay, now you two point at each other.
All I'm gonna say is, I'm just gonna put a hand on his shoulder. Can I act and say, trust me, this happens more often than you'd expect.
Yes.
Scrod,
You're right.
Over Aladdin, because this creature has grown to match your size. You watched the armor sort of form into it.
Yeah.
The skin grow an oily sheen. Its hair blow out, and you are looking not the way you look now with 4 arms, but the way you looked a couple weeks ago. The way you looked outside Fort Valurian.
Oh yes. Yeah. How you doing?
He sort of pushes past Aladdin, if Aladdin's not out of the way yet, and gives you a big hug.
Oh yeah, all 4 arms go around. We're rocking like we just won Mr. Olympia.
The rest of the pirates are watching this with just sort of a befuddled look all around. A few of them have stepped away and are muttering to each other. They've mostly sheathed their swords and holstered whatever their strange weapons are. What could they be?
Oh, this is cool. Hey, everybody, it's, oh God, did we ever give you a name?
It shakes its head. The lead pirate who was talking to you earlier growls, "They don't have names.
Hmm?
It's not a part of their culture. We tried. Trust me, it'd make it a lot easier. But, don't take to them.
I just call him friend.
Hi.
His
That's the easiest
status.
way.
So we'll hold
Anyway.
hands for a while. All right, we'll hold hands, catch up.
It looks like the captain will be wanting to speak to you then. As our honored guests.
Yeah.
Scrod, you really turned this thing around.
I'm as shocked as anyone because I think the team wants to wrap this up. He doesn't want to roll more dice. Let's take advantage of this. Is there like so they just acknowledge it. Do we have to tie a bandana around our hips or something to indicate we're under protection, or is everybody pretty much cool?
That is Xavier informs you that is the standard, a white handkerchief tied to a sort of a belt loop or the hip is the standard
Pirate hanky code.
parlay signify.
Yeah, because in the pack we used to just urinate on each other, and I don't think you guys will do that.
Well, that the pirate says it happens sometimes.
Okay. Cool. Hankies. Must have one of those. Goes around my thong, and put one around Mr. Weasel's quilted armor.
Mr. Weasel.
Or Mr. McGuffin's quilted armor.
You set him aside briefly to hug the doppelganger,
Oh, yeah.
and he just
I did.
sort of
Okay,
nuzzled, snoring lightly. Doesn't even stir when you pick him back up.
Okay.
Just coos a little bit. The rest of the party comes out into the light. Uba follows up. We don't need to do this. And the pirate steps aside and says, "If you'll be following me, then I'll be taking you to the anchorage."
I have a quick question for our doppelganger friend here. If
Okay.
you can answer in, I guess, best way you can. So what happened to the leader of that camp we were in? Because he specifically wanted to go see her.
The doppelganger puts his hands up and just gives you the.
Oh. Okay.
He seems to be saying all in good time.
Of course. Of course. It grows my suspicion in my body.
The pirate, followed by the doppelganger, who has shifted back into the form that you saw him in before. It seems to be sort of the most comfortable default for him, maybe. But is excitedly following the lead pirate, and every once in a while looks back to you and nods and gives two big thumbs up. He seems really jazzed to see you again.
Neat.
He leads you downriver towards the sea, but you're not walking for long before he detours northwards into the forest. What looked like dense forest before becomes a well-hidden barricade that lifts up and out of your way at a whistle from the lead pirate, revealing an anchorage nestled within the cliff walls.
Ooh.
Two ships. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was ooh.
Ooh, ah.
E.
The pirate says, "Be suitably impressed, if you wouldn't mind."
So big.
Yeah, this puts the fort to shame.
It really does. It looks like a natural formation, but the pirates seem to have taken full advantage of the cave. Two ships stand proudly in the harbor here. A third, lying across the bay, is little more than a burnt husk, barely still afloat. Past the ships, Xavier, you're the only one who can see this.
Yes.
At the edge of your vision, there's sort of a breakwater out in the distance, where a small gap for these ships to navigate out and through.
Like
you
a
can
canal?
see, just sort of, it looks like a natural sort of, they're like spires of rock,
Okay.
and there's one gap that's big enough for the ships to go in and out. Otherwise, it's totally defensible.
Ooh.
Tied to one of those rocks, low enough that the waves occasionally completely cover it, is a body, limbs splayed, tied to the rock.
Is he alive? I can tell. Oh.
Even from here, you can tell that if it was at one point, it is no longer.
Is he familiar?
Just a rotting corpse. On the far side of the anchorage are some ramshackle buildings and what looks like a prison cell. But the first mate is leading you to the central building here in this giant cave, which looks to be built from the wreckage of a ship far grander than the two in the harbor put together. As you approach, a commotion steadily grows. And he slams the door open and says, the shifter will have to see you in. You'll know the captain when you see him. When he opens the door, a barrage of noise assails you. It's like there's been a fight going on in here for the past 50 years. It's ever fight. A full mug of ale comes sailing towards the doorway. You're pretty sure it came from behind the bar.
Can I roll my deflect missiles reaction?
Yes, please.
You can catch it
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try. I need to reduce the damage by enough.
and drink it.
Oh yeah. Snatched out of the air. You barely spill a drop.
You gotta drink it all in one motion.
Yeah, it's one motion, and I'm actually gonna use a key point and use my deflect missile attack to throw it back at the barkeep.
Swing it back.
You gotta drink it and then throw it.
I think someone's gonna fit in
Yeah,
real well here.
I will allow you to, in between those two motions, slam the beer back, if you'd like. And then chuck the empty back.
25 to chuck it back.
Damn.
I feel yelling again. Another should follow that phrase.
You
Follow that.
catch the mug by the base and and move it around to catch all of the liquid that had spilled out in mid-flight. Slam it back in one motion, and then flip it forward, just giving it that little bit of English from the handle. It spins and just dead center, middle of the forehead of the man who threw it. A Weasley-looking man with a hand on his dagger just goes back into the bar. The mirror back shatters. Glassware slides down into a heap. The bar goes silent.
Jeez, what are we in a western?
And then everybody
Oh.
cheers, and the party's back on.
Perfect.
That seems to, the man who you just brained, Kenneth, gets back up from behind the bar, gives you a nod, and starts pulling more flagons of ale to pass down the bar. The doppelganger pats you on the back and gives you a thumbs up. In the very back of the bar, you can all see, undisturbed by what's been going on out here, because of the vaguely gauzy curtains that separate it from the rest of the bar, is a truly massive man reclining in a booth. He is easily the size of two scrods set side by side. An explosion of red bristly hair sprouts from the top of his head, his chin, his chest, even out of the wrists of his shirt. Two good-sized tusks jut from his lower jaw. A beautiful woman lies in one arm, and a handsome young man in the other. Each is whispering in one of the man's ears and giggling. His eyes are closed, he has a beatific smile on his face, and he seems entirely unaware of your presence. The doppelganger nudges you, Scrod, and points.
Well, he looks like he's having a good time.
That might be a red beard.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I forget why we're actually coming to see him. I think we just
Because they told you two, basically.
huh? Oh, just to
you
meet us?
haven't
Okay.
given much context other than
Oh,
Once
well,
once
it was just,
once the doppelganger recognized you, you went from potential foes to honored guests,
Oh.
according to him.
Well, I think it's time to go in. I'm going to go and say hi. I don't think I'm going to even wait for the rest of the group. Me and the Weasel, me and Mr. McGuffin are going to just kind of thread our way
Squirting
through the
away, cradled in your
stuff.
arm.
Yeah. No, he's in a bumbler. He's actually
Oh, you've got him in
he's wrapped to me. Yeah, he's in a carrier, papoose,
the Bjorn. Right.
along with the boats on my back and everything else.
Boats probably had to stay outside.
Okay, boats are outside.
It's just for,
It looks like a rough neighborhood.
conking reasons.
Yep. All right, so I'll thread my way through the crowd, trying to avoid anybody getting too smashed up.
Make a dexterity check. Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Thank you for the Prime Lonely fans, 16 months.
OnlyFans.
Whoop whoop.
Ooh, hey, 19. Tonight's
You
starting out
dodge and deftly weave your way through the morass of smelly, dirty, fighting pirate bodies, and slip through the gauzy curtains and into this back room. The two, nobody in there seems to register your presence when you walk in.
Oh, that's cool. I'm just gonna, stand there and wait to be, recognized or
One
maybe.
of them sort of like drawing on his chest with a finger. The other one's stroking his hair and his beard and his.
Oh, that's cool. I just, all right. Well, if they're doing that, I'm just gonna say, well, thank you for your shifting friend, and the lieutenant said, welcome aboard. And so I wanted to come and say thank you very much for having such a great place here.
One beady eye set into this man's great fleshy face, peeks open.
Yep.
Sort of seeks around the room for a second, like he's coming back to his senses. Focuses on you, and then his eyes shoot open wide. He sits up, throwing the two young people to either side. They sort of get up, flustered, and shake themselves off. He stands up to his full height. It is a couple inches taller than you, just barely.
Yeah.
You think most of it's the sort of explosion of hair that's coming straight out of his head, but
7'3", 7'8" with a fro. Got it. Yep.
He puts his two hands on either of your forearm, your upper arms,
Oh yeah.
and says, "At last, as I live and breathe, if it ain't my best friend who I never met yet."
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to you becoming yeah, you're a friend I haven't met yet either.
I have been.
Some of my other friends should be some here. There's a lot of people you haven't met yet. You'll like.
Bosco! The weaselly-looking bartender looks up with a jerk that might have cracked his neck. He looks up so quick. We're gonna have a round of soup. The good stuff. And drinks all around. Come on, look lively. He claps his hands together. They sound like cracking whips. And everybody in the bar leaps into motion. In a matter of moments, it is transformed, not into a white tablecloth dinner experience, but damn close. About as close as you can get for being a pirate anchorage in the middle of the hidden pirate anchorage in the middle of the jungle. A dingy tablecloth is set out over tables pushed together, the least rickety chairs with the least amount of legs missing are shoved around the table, and you are each served a mug, a massive mug. Kenneth, it's about the size of your head.
Yes.
It's not enough.
Of the honey liqueur known as Tej. I don't know that you've been offered this anywhere but in Wakanga's house, the merchant prince back in Fort Nyanzaru. So the fact that this guy is giving you each a big mug of it seems like a big deal.
Is it strong?
Yes, it's like if you make an investigation check, Xavier.
The magnifying glass.
Well, even though I rolled a 4, I got a 13.
You sip on it. You think you probably shouldn't have more than half the mug, or you might die.
Can I get close to that?
It's another boat wedding.
Can I get
close to half the mug?
Like, no, can
Yeah.
I get like no. You said if I drink the whole thing I would die. Can I drink like 3/4 of it?
I think you think if you drank more than half, you think you could drink a quarter of it and be drunk?
It's not how fractions
You could drink
work.
half of it and go and be unconscious. So, but yeah, you think you could probably hit that sweet spot. It's always it's a guessing game. But
No. After what we've been through on this island, I'm probably going to drink half the mug. Yeah.
Just going for it.
Yeah, Xavier's had a rough. It's also part celebration because of what we found in that ravine, but also the shit
Yeah.
that we've come across in this island.
Oh, I do happen to have that. That was one of the items in the backpack that I did bring in with me was the skull, the Runga skull.
Okay.
I got.
If you'll allow me that little oopie there.
I will allow that.
Thanks.
As this transformation is taking place, the man settles back down in his booth, and the tables are arranged so that he is at the head. He gets an even bigger mug than the rest of you, and drains a good chunk of it at his first quaff, slams it on the table, and says, "I haven't introduced myself properly. How rude. Captain Elok Jahawan of the Jahaka Anchorage. Actually, come to think of it, it's Commodore Elok Jahawan. I got a fleet of ships out there now, under my control. And that is all thanks to you." He points his finger at you, Scrod. And the rest of you, I know, I imagine if you've been traveling with this fella since Fort Valurian, you had some hand in the business.
Well, you're
I've
quite,
only got-
quite welcome, Commodore.
I am looking so forward to know that I'm gonna meta this. I am so looking forward to this. Dakar has been a dick out of our presence.
At this point, shark fin soup is served to everyone.
Oh,
A
that is-
thick, fishy broth with a giant fin plopped in each, set before each of you. When it comes to Elok, he grabs the fin with one hand and just takes a big bite out.
That's chilly.
It's really, it's
It's a dumb question. Can I make a surreptitious thing to whoever the barkeep is, and ask him like if I could get like some iced tea or water, and also
Make a-
me.
Hey, make a stealth check.
Sorry, man. This is like. Sorry, guys. I'm
Great.
gonna
No, this is
derail
perfect.
this with a backstory. Where's my stealth check? S. That's under S, right? Oh, okay.
Mm.
Oh, it's spun hard. Six.
Oof.
Nope,
Mhm.
not very stealthy. Or I couldn't get his eye.
Yeah, no, you wave him over, but it is not. You can feel the captain's eyes on you
Yeah.
as Bosco limps over.
Oh, I'm aware, but I'm aware he's watching me, right? The
Yeah,
captain.
yeah,
Okay.
you are aware.
I'm just gonna say, I can't consume alcohol. So if you could, have water or something else. This is beautiful. I know how important it is, but I
Sure.
can't partake.
He stomps back towards the
Thank
bar. You see him take a mug and just sort of dunk it down below the bar, and it comes up full of water.
In the literal sense, in only the legal sense of the term.
He comes over and clunks it on the bar, or clunks it on the table in front of you.
Thanks.
Anything else?
No, thank you very much for that. And
For the table.
oh, yeah, the table needs water. The table needs breadsticks.
Right sticks. He gets out a little thing of paper and starts taking, like, you know how waitresses are usually super quick. It's like laboriously slow. Right sticks. Anybody else?
Burger, medium rare, lettuce,
Hold on,
tomato.
I'm still working on breadsticks.
They have aioli.
CK. Yeah. All right, what was it?
X.
You know what? Never mind. I'll just have the soup.
Good choice. He disappears behind the bar.
I'm gonna pass my fin over to Jaeger. And if I can, slide my mug slowly to Kenneth.
Yeah.
And then keep an eye on Xavier. And if he goes past a quarter, I'm gonna make a fuss.
Oh no, I'm already turned. So
Fuck.
Yeah, while you were trying to get Bosco's attention,
I look at his like he's halfway
Xavier
through the mug.
I'll double fist the
Xavier
shark
got
fins.
halfway through his mug. He is wibbling and wobbling already.
Okay, I'll slide that baby out of his way. When
no,
I
what
get a
are
ch-
you,
when I
what
get
are
a
you
chance.
doing? No, it's my drink.
Okay.
You can't take my precious from me.
I like this one's style.
You bet your ass, long cock.
How do you know my nickname?
Yeah.
I'm great, is wine.
Well, back to business anyway. I just wanted to. This is a celebratory
Yeah.
brunch, let's call it. Why not? It is. It's like 11:30.
Yeah. It's brunch. There's probably an egg floating around in the soup somewhere.
Mm.
Shark egg.
Oh, that's fresh, damn.
Now, I suppose I should explain to you what I'm so thankful for. You
I
see,
have a
you-
bad feeling that there's a fort that doesn't exist anymore.
You fellas helped my fellas. And I am really, I will forever be appreciative for that. You know, hey Bosco, would you grab old Al Sariak's robe for me? You know that thing, that old thing. Bosco clomps away. Captain Elock continues. He says, Al Sariak, he was one of the captains around here. Well, he used to be, anyway. But he was one of the ones working with Liara Portier up there at old Fort Belurian. Now, I always said we didn't need her. Right? What was she doing for us?
Right. It's true.
Protecting us. Look at us. Look at us. He slams the table and everybody's soup jumps about a foot. We're strong. We're powerful. We're going to take over this whole damn country by the time we're through. Anyway, yeah, thanks to you, we dissolved our little partnership, and I think you're right. You'll find old Fort Balurian isn't doing much defending of anything nowadays. Makes my job a lot easier.
As in, they all moved away?
Those that lived, I imagine. Bosco comes back in holding a red velvet cloak. It glitters even in the dim light in here. It glitters and gleams. And as it comes close, you can all see, even you, Xavier, in your inebriated state, you can see that this robe is inlaid with dozens of jewels. None of them smaller than maybe the size of an eyeball.
So is it like a sequence? Like, almost like that?
Yeah, just in like the whole, the hem of the robe is hemmed with these valuable gems. There must have been some kind of pattern at one point, but it looks like many of the gems are missing. He goes around the table and he says, "What's your favorite color?" He starts with Jaeger. "You fella, what's your favorite color?"
Like green.
He plucks an emerald out of the robe, tears the threads keeping it in place with his teeth, and flicks it to you. There you go. It's from you to me.
Flick my arm up to catch it, and a couple bugs will fly out.
And he goes around the table, asks everyone their favorite color, and gives them a fine-looking gem of that color.
Well, I don't know how I can find
examine yours.
I don't know how you can find a color for happiness.
The color?
Your favorite. If you're telling me your favorite color is happiness, I'm going to give you a diamond, my friend.
Happiness.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Oh, my favorite color actually is happiness as well.
No, I said it first, Aladdin.
Look, my friend, there's enough diamonds to go around. If everybody wants a diamond.
Can I
Yeah,
have
see that.
100?
See,
I need to pay some debts back home.
see, being this,
Student loans, you know.
being the nerd, diamonds are actually the least valuable real gems. But never mind. Keep up.
Yeah, I'll take
Xavier,
my rubies.
Yeah.
Xavier, when you say that, when you say how about 100, you see, actually, hang on. Everybody make an insight check. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about making an insight check.
Don't worry, someone else will make it for
All
us.
see that the captain's eyes get sort of a glitter in him. And he puts his big elbows on the table, leans forward, and says, "Well, now that you mention it, if you were looking to pick up a little extra work and maybe, make a little extra scratch, I've got something that needs doing. Right about now.
Sure. Whatever it is, give it to me right now.
The rescue mission.
Who? Okay. Who needs rescue?
Now, I'm assuming those wings of yours, those aren't just for show.
The ones we have that are very, very temporary, gentlemen.
They work.
Oh, you should try and fly. Show up.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a bar bet where someone bet you. Yeah.
I can't get them up, guys. Help.
Ooh,
Your
wings
watch,
are
you'll fly.
certainly.
there's a pill for that.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'll just tell you what's going on, and then if you've got time to help us, you'll be justly rewarded.
Uh-huh.
There's an island just off the coast. There was a group of real sons of bitches ran the place, but they robbed us for the last time, fencing our goods. I told my crew, I told them, we don't need their help to fence our stolen items. Look, if we just get that island for ourselves, we run the supply chain.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. A lot of people build their own fences.
Yeah. Vertical integration is very important.
Now, what I didn't know, and I can't be blamed for this, right, Bosco? I can't be blamed for this. I can't be blamed for not knowing this. This is fucked up. Now, there's only one way to access this island by sea, right? It's the beach. Those crafty sons of bitches seeded that entire beach with all kinds of undead monstrosities. Just about tore my men to shreds.
The shreds, you say?
To shreds.
Beach, you say?
Oh damn! You beat me to it.
Men, you say?
Undead.
Most of the survivors got back to their boats, but we've been seeing some strange smoke patterns off the island that makes me think not everybody who got left behind got turned just yet. Makes me think, and he points at you. He points sort of across the room at all your wings again. He says, "If you can fly in and check it out, just bring back any survivors, we'd make it well worth your while."
What if there aren't any survivors?
Well, then we'll make it worth your while for putting my mind at ease, knowing I haven't left a man behind.
Well, I've got a knowing look over at El Aideen there.
So investigate the island, find anyone dead or alive.
Probably dead.
That's the long and short of it, my friend.
I'm just trying to make sure that if things go south, we're still gonna get paid.
Oh, I can guarantee that now.
I think this is a good idea.
You do or do not?
I do.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
The undead must be vanquished.
There's always a chance for some magical item in a secretive island that fences stolen goods.
Oh, sure. Anything that my fellas have, it's yours for the taking.
Hey,
Oh. Like this guy's stuff.
hang on.
Well, I mean, anything over at the anything they found over on the island. But look, if you can take Bosco's ring, be my guest. Bosco growls at you.
Is that a challenge?
I'd like to I'd like to try to take that ring. Not right
Yeah,
now, but
I
at some
was going
point.
to.
At some point, Aladdin wants that ring.
Yeah.
And again, there was a certain discussion had before we got into this session about not everything that's presented has to be followed up on.
I'm drunk now.
Nice.
I can't help it.
Truly, like, it's because what my character would do is the best defense.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I did have a thing. In addition to whatever we find, is there any, if you could give us any information about Uwu or the people there, when we get back, we're headed there because there's some problems that you noticed where people don't, where people stay dead. But I don't know if that's important to you or not.
Not particularly.
Given your potential coronary event about to happen.
I like to live life like every day was my last.
Oh, fair enough.
More fun that way.
May have just screwed this up for everybody. Sorry. Sorry in advance for the sudden and inevitable betrayal.
I want to go to Bosco.
What?
You go up to Bosco?
Yeah.
He gives you the stink eye.
You are so in the bag.
I'm gonna tell him, okay, I want you, Bosco, to put your hands flat on the bar.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage.
Okay.
Because you are hammered.
The advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. Oh wow, that's much better. It was 10.
This logic works better on Bosco. What was the total?
Okay.
10.
Sorry. Thanks.
He says, why?
I will show you something amazing.
Don't do it.
Very tentatively puts both of his hands on the table, but he is eyeballing you. He flips his eye patch up and looks at you.
And okay. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna say, what's that?
Highs or lows?
Lows.
Oh, Bosco's seen this trick before.
Can I help him by sending?
There ain't nothing up there.
Well, can you see the sky?
We're inside. I solved your riddle, smart boy.
College boy.
Okay, fine. You may have gotten me, but can you do this? And I'm gonna take my finger in, but I'm gonna make it do it with his hand. You know what I mean?
Okay. So make a sleight of hand check. You reach out to try and grab his hand to do that. He pulls his hand away, but you might still. You are drunk though,
Oh,
so this
man.
one's gonna be with disadvantage.
Okay. Oops, wrong one. That's pretty low anyway. 13.
Edge. Okay, so you just in the flurry sort of are able to slip the ring off of his hand without him noticing.
I did it.
You're announcing that?
Yes.
Elok had sort of waved one of the he waved the young woman and the young man back over. They each took a seat on one of his knees, but he leans around whichever one of them is on your side, looks and says, "Son, that was more of a metaphor, more of an example, but good on you."
I am so good at this.
Bosco reaches out and snatches the ring away from you and
Hey.
shoves it back onto his finger, gulp, snarling.
Got you, bitch. And I walk away back towards the rest of the group.
I hope he tries to fight you.
that glass is sailing right at the back of your skull right now. But I have a bad feeling that this was actually maybe not the achievement you thought it would be. May have lost experience doing this.
Never know.
Definitely didn't make a friend.
You can get stuff out of this. All right. As you all sort of gather up, and Elok slurps the rest of his shark fin soup, swallows the remainder of the shark fin whole, slams the Tej, reclines back with his two consorts on either side of him and says, "Time is of the essence, my good friends. and then just sort of nuzzles back into one or the other.
Highs or lows. Or middles. For both. Oh, God. I like the idea of us just dragging Xavier out, just drunk as hell.
Oh yeah, my feet
Yeah,
are just dragging. Just
Yeah, you basically are marching him out of the bar, and his feet, are the tops of his toes maybe skim the ground every so often.
hey guys, I'm not done with my drink. Can one of you go get it for me?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll make sure. I'll make sure.
Oh, thank you, Kenneth. You are my best friend.
Doing my best.
You're all my best.
First,
I love all.
the first mate has been waiting at the table. The guy who led you in here, or waiting just outside. He takes you to the edge of the anchorage. Points out past the breakwater to the island that the captain was telling you about, and says, "Aye, that be the Isle of the Abbey. That be where we haven't seen any smoke signals for a day or so, but hopefully they're still. Hopefully you can bring them back."
Hey, you got any names? How many guys are we talking about?
Uppy.
What? Oh, yeah. No, as I'm strapping him on, and he's got to now make room with the weasel. He and the weasel are they're side by side in this.
Co-pilots.
Is the weasel the
Co-pilots.
littlest spoon?
Yeah. I was gonna ask while I'm strapping him in. So, how many people are we talking about that you're missing over there?
We've got 13 unaccounted for.
Okay. Hopefully, there's a boat.
Got 2.
Well, they got 2. I don't know what we got.
I've got 2 as well.
Oh, we got 2. Oh, you mean these? I hardly notice them anymore.
Sometimes share space with them, so you know.
Oh, yeah, right. They keep banging it.
Yeah, Jaeger's the one who's gotten 3 stooge bonked in the head by the
Oh, I'm so sorry about
by the
that.
canoe when you turned around.
If you're gonna be banging the boat, you should at least marry it first.
Yeah.
Why do you guys
I
keep
don't
talking
know,
about
why
marrying
pick-
boats?
Why for the
yeah.
Why pay for the
It's
anchorage
part of
when
our
you can
culture.
slip in
Don't be-
for free?
How long is it going to take to fly over there? Just curious.
It looks like certainly less than an hour.
Even with my limpness.
You
I think
you
you're
might
gonna-
need a little help from your friends.
Yeah, I am no help at all.
I
Can you
can't.
get by?
I can't help but notice that not everyone here has the ability to fly. I can fly for short periods of time, not long enough to get over there.
What's your duration?
I can go for 10 minutes at a time, and I have 3 charges, so I could.
Ooh, yeah, that won't make it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think?
I mean, maybe best case scenario, I make it over there, but I'm not making it back.
You guys could take the boat as the distraction.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Like 5 hours later, they show up
yep.
and it's all cleaned out.
I look around at the rest of the group, the ones that have wings, and then I look at I look at Jaeger, and then I look back at the rest of the group, and I go, oh, so me and Jaeger on a boat.
Yes.
Good
Jaeger's
bonding
willing.
time.
Oh,
You can take your own boats if you wanted.
Yeah.
Oh well. Do we have 2 boats?
I may
Yes.
have to be in a boat too.
They're right here.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many of us that need to go on a boat. I think we probably should do 2 boats. Me and Uba can be in one boat, and you, my
No,
diminutive friend, and Jaeger
I'll be
can
with
go
the boat
together.
on you too. I want to be on the boat with you. I found something in my sleeping bag a couple nights ago from Jaeger. I don't like her. I think
I'm
Who
we'll
trying
makes
to
make-
agreeable monkey noises?
I'm trying to figure out why everyone's like thinking Jaeger's gonna be in a boat when he's just gonna fly right over there.
Does he can fly too?
No,
No,
he flies
with
with me.
Strahd,
I
with
eat
Strahd.
papooses.
Oh.
He's already actually. I turn around and you talk about Jaeger, and I turn around and Jaeger is like strapped to me.
Oh, okay.
His
Oh,
legs come around like after the rest of his body.
Like the baby on Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Hangover.
with
Yes.
just a few more bugs.
Thanks.
Yeah, a few bugs. I'm getting used to that. I'm afraid.
The bugs are on the baby instead of Zach Galifianakis, like usual. That was mean to Zach Galifianakis. He didn't.
I think he
Need
could
to
take.
calm down.
I think he could take it.
He's okay.
Yeah, he'll live.
If Kim Jong Un hasn't taken him out, then.
So I guess just me, Kenneth, and Ubo on a boat then.
No, I'm going with you two.
Well,
I didn't say Kenneth. I didn't say. I didn't mean to say Kenneth. I meant to say Xavier. I'm learning your all's names. It's taking me a while.
I will mention I get terribly seasick.
Wonderful.
Good luck.
Should
So
have wings. Should have
Rod
wings.
leaves one of the boats behind for just Xavier and Aladdin to pilot across the choppy seas.
Just we could. Nobody has the carry capacity to take Aladdin like Scrawny Boy.
Not me. I'm drunk as fuck. We were gonna go straight into the dirt.
How are we gonna
Well,
bring?
the
How
ocean-
are we gonna bring any potential survivors back? You're already banking on the fact that there's not gonna be any survivors. And
Oh, I can make sure there are no survivors. I may say it may say what I don't know if it's neutral good or not, but it may say good, but you know they're pirates. But
It
yeah,
is shark fin soup.
so Kenneth doesn't have enough. Kenneth doesn't have enough. Kenneth can't carry you.
You probably weigh 3 times as much as me already.
Kenneth can lift 360 pounds. You're already carrying 160 pounds worth of gear. You have 200 extra pounds of carrying capacity.
I weigh less than that.
Quit lying.
Especially, Aladdin, remember if you enter your magic little vessel.
Perfect.
But-
Hey,
On the
only do
boat
that once.
myself.
right. But you know what? It's fine. I think that would work.
They can carry you, or Kenneth can carry you without being in the bottle and still fly. Scrod's fine. Xavier.
I have flying impudence.
Flying what?
He's got whiskey wings.
Give me wings.
300. So
Ask
each
it,
of
Flip. Ask
either
it.
one of the cats are capable of carrying you if you are under 150 pounds. Xavier, if you're more than that, then 2 of them will have to work together, but it's doable.
What, you
I
gonna
think
grab,
we're
still
grab him by the
working
husk or
together.
something?
Oh no, I think I'm 112. No, I think I just go over that.
Okay, then they can both with the power of 2 cats combined with wings.
I feel
They
like
can carry you across.
sure they can try.
So Kenneth can do Aladdin. The 2 cats can do Xavier. Scrod's doing Jaeger and MacGuffin. Artist Simber's on his own. And that gets everybody across.
And you said this would take less than an hour, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm still gonna pop into my little magic space. I won't be
What does
able.
it look? It's your ring.
It's my ring, yeah.
Isn't it?
So it's a nice like cylindrical like space. It's almost like that the prison in Ragnarok. How it's like it's not like a real circle, more like a freaky circle.
Sure. Aladdin does a little popping sound, and whoop, is sort of whoop into his ring.
Which he's wearing?
The ring sort of ting, 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 ting.
Yep.
I think he warned you, so maybe somebody grabs it. One of the cats grabs it if nobody else.
Okay.
I think Uba probably goes "Wah!" in there with it.
All right, Uba, get the snacks. It's gonna be a little bit of a ride.
Vacuumed in. He's holding. He's got a coconut under each arm.
Now I just imagine like Uber's like it's like a cat that doesn't want to be in there, so it's like you get like sucked into
Starts
it.
howling.
Yeah, tail first. The head's still poking out. It's really gruesome. And then finally,
Oh.
Uba, I keep telling you every single time it's gonna be fine. I don't know why you fight it every time.
oh, that's what goes in there. Okay.
That's a funny thing when I was just really thinking about what part of Uba's facing Aladdin right now.
So you all take flight across the ocean. This sparse island off the coast.
As we're flying, I want to toss the ring to Xavier.
I miss entirely.
Make a dexterity save. Let's see. With disadvantage.
Wait, next what?
A dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
That was pretty good. Oh, pretty good. 20. Ready 20.
Xavier's not even paying attention. The ring just tumbles end over end and goes shook right onto his finger as he sort of as the wind like flops his arm up at the exact right moment. One of the cats is readjusting its grip maybe, and his arm flops up.
I
and
grab
just,
it. I grab it and I say, "Go." Oh, it's on my finger. I go, "Heart."
Why you do this?
And then I go limp again.
the cats look at each other and roll their eyes.
I'm happier we didn't go with the Tolkien motif on that. So thanks.
Oh, my preciouses.
But all of
Yeah,
them
it's like-
were deceived. For another ring was crafted.
All right.
It was the Ring of Heart. Yes.
Okay.
God.
As you fly and do these acts of ring gymnastics that Aladdin is blissfully unaware of,
Nope.
you see that the island that Commodore Elon. I wrote Elon. I don't want that. in my- Get that out of my.
He's yelling at people and telling them, "You're kicked off the island. No, you're back on the island. No, you're kicked off the island again." He's kicking people out of
Commodore
the island.
Elok.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Him
Commodore
too.
Elok is little more than a sharp protrusion of rock with a modicum of sandy beach at one end. Otherwise, the waves crash against sheer black cliffs, sending spray high into the air. As you approach, you can just make out a single small building atop the very peak of this slanted island. This small building is no larger than an outhouse with a single door set into the side. You're maybe 100 feet away, and starting to come in for a landing at the top, the flat peak of this jutting island.
Am I the slightest bit sober?
Highs or lows?
Eyes.
Cunts.
Yes, actually, the
I drink the rest of my mug.
the sea wind. I think Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Right.
Yeah.
No, Kenneth,
What?
you. Yeah.
Look,
What is
look.
Where's my drink, Kenneth?
They don't have a to-go cup.
Oh,
Better have it.
yeah. I put it in this water skin.
Okay. Like I'm gonna need it for the trip. I drink out the water skin.
Is it Tej or is it water or is it something else?
It's not Tej, but
Worse.
it's definitely alcohol.
Okay. Xavier, a distinctly sharper.
It's actually, if you drink the whole thing, it's 4 pints of liquor.
I don't think he could get through 4 pints of liquor, to be perfectly honest.
Not that quick though.
I think his body would give up before such a time. But you're drunk again.
I don't remember drinking this. It tastes kind of good actually. Hey,
What do you-
guys.
Hey,
Kenneth,
hey.
when he hands it back, he's gotten through like an eighth
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
of the.
Ooh. Oh.
He's gotten through about an eighth of the water skin as he hands it back to you, and he's hammered again.
Mm.
Oh, you lightweights.
Y'all coming in for a landing?
Yes.
Yep.
Like
Right.
face plant.
As you land, yeah, the cats drop you off, Xavier, maybe a little higher than they really needed to. You skid, hit the ground.
There's just a big pile of sand where like the top of my head is.
And in that pile of sand, actually, the top of your head connects with something hard, and it makes a dong sound.
Did it hurt?
The other coconut.
Like a little bit. You sort of aches. They didn't take damage from it though.
Okay. I'm gonna get up and go, ow! What the hell was that? Did we hit a tree?
Buried under the sand at the end of the furrow that your face made in the dirt atop this hard-packed surface. It took some doing to unlodge this, but you have unlodged a cask that looks very old. Looks like it's
Okay.
been under the dirt for a long time.
I start scooping it out.
But you dislodge it. You pull it out. It seems like the force of your head doinking against it has dislodged it. It is still corked, you see, as you turn it over.
Are there any marking on it?
As it was.
Highs.
It is marked with a symbol. It's a triangle with a horizontal line through it. A flask of wine, as you sort of pick it up and examine it, lets out a low whistle. Do you know what you have found here, my good friend?
No. If I knew that, I wouldn't be asking.
This is a cask of Marble Ma Tej. Marble Ma was the best to ever make the drink, so it is said.
Ooh.
It's mine now, Kenneth. Fuck off.
That is it would fetch a pretty penny back in Port Nyanzaru. There are
also-
a great many collectors who would be pay, how you say, a fang and a talon for such a discovery.
Well, that's great for them. I think I could find this in a better place in my stomach. As soon as I can get the cork off of it, and my fingers just kind of keep slipping and I keep missing the cork sometimes, and
Flask of Wine puts a hand on your shoulder and says, if it were me, I would do the same thing, my friend. The enjoyment is greater than any payment. I think you'll be fine.
Good.
Only
Oh.
if you savor it. And he taps your nose lightly with a claw. Everything in moderation, my friend.
Well, I've had just about enough of this island. That's not
We have
moderation.
been here for 2 minutes and you have found a very nice vintage of Tej. I would say this is... Well, I'm surprised it is not your favorite island you have ever been on.
I can't comprehend that yet. I'll take this with me. Is it large? Like, can I like just carry it with me?
No, it's you can put it in your backpack. It's
Like
sort
those-
of the yeah
Okay.
this sort of the
What?
size you're. It's maybe
Like those,
gosh I
like
don't
those
know.
things those dogs used to have.
Yes.
You know.
Yes,
Okay.
that's exactly the size that I'm envisioning. The Saint Bernard brandy cask,
Yeah. Perfect.
like this. Yeah, like this big, like this. Big.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say as a meta thing, I was very concerned that we had an old timey pickle barrel thing going on here. And then we would have just sealed him up in it. Or the remains of the pirates that were dead. Quote.
Oh, is this a full one? Actually.
You slosh it. It sounds like 90% full.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
You think it was probably full when it was buried.
Probably a little extra salty, right?
And has sort of evaporated over time in the way that fine liquor evaporates.
But of course.
You just gotta squeeze
when
it out of the
when
wood.
aged.
Don't tell me
What a
how I'm gonna
plank.
try.
So as the rest of you land and sort of dust yourselves off from the flight, what's everybody doing as you prepare to enter, presumably enter the building, the little outpost here?
Well, I was gonna land.
Up to
Mm. You let Jaeger down. You land.
I want to walk over to Alan. He gets there and be like, "Hey, there hasn't been a time to really show you this before, but I found this, and I want to pull out a studded leather armor that I found inside the shambling mound, still probably covered in muck and stuff. I think this might be a tad bit of an upgrade for you if you want it."
Oh, yeah. That's so nice of you. But you know, I really, really like what I've got, which
Really
is
nice though. I mean, look. It's
oh yeah, it's
studs on it and everything.
you know, I love the studs. Just
Forget a little bit of this on there.
oh yeah, you know, that's not a big deal, is it? That's just
He
some
swipes it
goo-
off of the armor and onto your shoe.
You know, I mean, my shoes aren't exactly the cleanest, but
I'm gonna hold it up to you, like put it against you. Look, this is a good fit.
oh yeah, that does look like
It
a
smells
good fit.
like mildew, though. An overwhelming stench of mildew, like the back of a fridge.
You know, I might just be able to do something about that. Which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah. I'm gonna take it from him, and I'm gonna keep casting prestidigitation on it until it's clean.
Gosh, it takes way more castings than you would think. But eventually, you're able to get it to a point where it just sort of smells like leather.
Oh, you know, I felt really weird about this, but you know, now that it's clean, I really do appreciate it. Thank you. This This is a little bit better than what I had, so...
You're welcome to give a good slap on the shoulder.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, dirt like falls down the
Handprint.
back of your neck, and then you feel it crawl back out again.
Oh. I don't think prestidigitation comes with a delousing package, but I'll go ahead and put it on and make sure it fits. And this is what you said, studded leather?
Studded leather armor. You can add a set of studded leather armor and equip it. Well, Artist Simber is just sort of looking out over the beach, hands on hips, as you all prepare. He turns around. Right, everyone, we ready to do this?
Ready, I'll ever.
So
be.
wait, is there a map yet?
No, not yet.
So there's an outhouse in the middle of a field. Is what I remember.
It's like the island sort of juts up and out of the sea. It's got this small flat patch, maybe 20 by 20, and it's got a 30 by 30 maybe. And in the middle of that, it's got a 10 by 10 foot square building cube with one door set into it.
Oh,
That's
it should
the
be easy to
only
get-
feature on this island.
don't-
Other than a small rudimentary pier down at the beach.
Were there
But
any?
that's some distance away.
Oh, okay, but we didn't fly over that on our way in, so we don't know if there's a boat or anything.
You did fly over it. There are no boats tied up in a small dock.
Okay, thanks. So hey, 10 by 10. I don't know if we can even all fit in this building. How could they get 13 guys in there?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
True. Send in Xavier.
Okay, we got this.
Hold on.
No, don't worry, Jaeger. I got this. Let me
I
just
have
do
a nice
some.
set of armor for you too, and I'll put
That's-
another.
Ah,
Um,
yep.
no.
If I've got my white hanky, is there a way to stuff it into the cork of the barrel, and we can
It's
send
already
Xavier in
corked.
with it lit? Yeah, I know. I'll just tie
What?
it to the cork.
Okay.
That's a very
That sounds like a
expensive
great idea.
Molotov.
That sounds like a great idea, Scrod. You know what? We'll blow up whoever's in there, and I'll be the one to do it.
Okay.
I don't know if
Wait,
that's
no.
smart.
No, we can't blow them up. We're trying to find survivors.
Oh, that's
Like-
right.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought our reward was not contingent on how many
Yeah.
survivors we
Yeah.
brought.
Some of us clearly listened.
Yeah, but I think we should try and not kill people.
There's
Oh,
a thing.
hold off
That
before
depends.
before we get too far into this. Aladdin's gonna kind of sit down and take off his shoes and shake out all the sand out of it. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
I like it the way it feels on my toes. Squish it together.
Base.
There's so much I don't want to unpack about that.
Again, how's your surface thought reading going now?
No, we turned
He's a lovely man.
we turned that off.
He's been nothing but lovely, but he is nothing but horrible.
Yeah. He's such a nice person, like you said,
Right.
which is great. But it's just all the little stuff that really
Yeah, it's
gets
just
to
like,
Al, at least.
Ooh.
I think that nobody can chew around you would be my first thought. No one can chew.
I'm not hungry, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna nix the Molotov, right? That was the plan. Being that we're all pretty much good characters, that's a no. I thought there were a bunch of undead on this thing too.
I could also here's another thing where I tell you all something that I can do and you all go, "Oh, wow." I can. I believe I can turn my. Yes, I can turn myself invisible. I could go in there and scope the whole place out.
Super helpful.
Yeah.
Wow, really? Everyone turned invisible for me a second after I drank that first cup.
Yeah, and you got some more of that invisibility in that cask there.
Yeah. Do you think if I drink enough of it, I could turn invisible?
I think if you drink enough of it, you can turn invisible to yourself. Yes.
You won't even.
We will
I don't
still
think
see a
you'll worry
corpse,
about it.
but I don't think you'll see anything.
That sounds good enough for me.
I feel like there's a PSA we have to put. We have to put a disclaimer on this thing.
Don't be enablers.
Yeah.
I could also disguise myself as an undead and just like shamble in the door and just be like.
I think Xavier's already got that handled.
I think we need to leave this island and stage an intervention.
Yeah. I'm. Scrod is actually. By the way, Scrod is. I am actually visibly concerned about Xavier's partaking, overindulging. Scrod is very concerned about this. So anyway, yeah, if you want to go, just invisible, I'll just follow you in. I'll keep you safe. I'm gonna go with you.
I can do that.
Okay.
I'm invisible now. I'm gonna attempt in there as I walk as loud as possible.
So while we're all talking, you're actually just gonna go off and do this.
Yeah, it's kind of stuff I've done. Yeah, I've done it before.
All right. So, Aladdin, you make yourself invisible while Xavier is sort of stomping his way towards the building. Xavier throws the door open to reveal that the building is little more than a set of stairs heading downwards into, well, not darkness. You can see Xavier, through your blurred vision, though it may be, you can see a flicker of light at the bottom of the stairs.
Guys, there's nothing in this room but some stairs, and there's a light at the end of it. I haven't died, have I?
Hello?
Go towards
You hear a
the light.
weak voice calling from within.
Hello?
Hello?
Do you need help?
We need help.
Okay, I'm coming down, and immediately missed that first step, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat shit so hard.
Eyes are less.
Lows.
You eat shit pretty hard. You tumble down a 30-foot staircase.
Oh shit, that's pretty far.
Unable to stop yourself. You
Oh yeah,
take
it's dark too. I can't see anything.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And
6 points of bludgeoning damage. Ow.
land here. Everybody else go ahead and that's the staircase that you're coming downwards, southwards, and out into this room. Xavier, as you sort of start to dust yourself off, you can see that there are 4 humans, actually 2 humans, a dragonborn, and a gnome, all sort of slumped up against the wall. They look emaciated. A couple of them look unconscious. This one across the way is the only one who seems to really register your presence. And he's beckoning, or he was beckoning. Right now, he's just sort of watching you get up.
I stand up.
Are you okay?
I stand up and I say, "Don't you worry, I am Xavier.
worried. I'm
You're
very
Xavier."
No, no, I am. Ogmund.
I know I'm Savior, and I'm here to be your Xavier. Wait, I think I need to turn that around. I'm
Please.
Xavier to be your Savior.
I am very confused. Are you here? Are you here from the captain?
Yes, I am. I stumble towards him.
He's sort of not crawling away from you, but he's making his way over to the other.
Hey, wait! Don't! I'm trying to help you.
The other pirate. I would just. Odium, we're saved. He shakes this guy, Heiserlos.
Hives?
His eyes flutter open. We're saved. We're saved. Bring us back to the anchorage. Hooray.
I'm gonna step forward and give him some rations.
Odium starts to eat hungrily, but Ogmund stops him. Slowly, slowly, my friend. Or else. Ogmund is the gnome. The gnome is the one that waved you down, and he is cautioning Odium. Highs or lows 2 more times.
Low.
Okay, and 1 more.
Hi.
Okay, the other two, the 2 humans in the room also begin to stir awake. It seems that everybody here is still alive.
Wow. Are they
For
strapped
now.
in?
Are they what?
Are they like strapped to the wall, or?
No, they just are sort of slumped. It looks like that's just kind of, they were maybe all sitting in this room together keeping watch. It's hard to tell, but they just sort of like slumped up against the wall there. And
Can I roll a medicine check to see if anyone might need some help?
absolutely.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna poke around the rest of the room.
Xavier needs help.
When we get a chance.
Yeah, Kenneth, you can tell the ration that was handed out is helping. Another ration certainly wouldn't go amiss. Beyond that, what these guys, what they really need is food, water, and rest. It's nothing beyond that. These Scrod, you start to poke around. Highs or lows?
Lows.
You
Gotta be watching for something.
so you open. Let's see. You open this door, or would you open a door?
Oh yeah, I mean if I yeah.
All right, so you go to this door, and
Me and Mr. MacGuffin are gonna open that door together.
yeah, Mr. MacGuffin
Well,
chirrups. You push the door open. I'm going to move you here just so you can. Oh, you can't see if you go in there still. I need
okay.
to put in there so you can see. I'll put Aladdin in there with you so you can see. This room. Which one is this? This room is full of small statues and figurines. There's statues of dogs and horses, monks and pilgrims, footmen and knights on horseback, and several garden gnomes. All the statues are 1 and 3 feet tall. Other than standing against the northern wall are 2 life-size statues. One is a robed skeleton holding a large scythe, and the other is a Medusa. On the floor in front of these statues is a pallet of several blankets, where a scrawny young woman is sitting entirely curled up and shuddering.
Whoa!
Whoop whoop.
Wow.
Hey
Yeah.
everybody, raid!
Get in here.
Hey.
Thanks for that raid.
Whoa!
Thank you so much. Unbelievable.
Scarlet 64. Hell yeah.
Welcome, everybody. We are in Chult. We are in a supposedly undead-infested abbey on an island sent by pirate captain to extract the survivors. But you have found fewer survivors than you expected. Scrod, when you started to poke around, you unveiled this room full of strange statues with a young woman curled up on a pile of blankets before the two life-size statues in the room.
And is Aladdin is next to... Oh, I don't know if he's next to me or not, unless he tells me.
No, he's not actually there. He's just there so you can see. He's your light.
Okay. I didn't realize this was a mechanical thing. Okay.
Actually, here. Go ahead.
Okay.
What the heck? Where are these torches coming from, guys?
I don't see anything yet. Still, me and Mr. McGuffin are just going in there.
All right.
So I got blankets. I got a bunch of Hummel figurines, as far as I can tell, and 2 mannequins.
Yes. Oh, why did those go on that layer? All right, I'm not gonna fuss with it.
Oh, it's okay. I'll watch it from the live stream.
Yeah, you can see it's empty. It's a white box. You're not missing too much.
Okay.
But there is this figure on the ground.
The young lady who is very much alive.
Moving, shuddering violently.
Oh, I'm immediately to her. Attempt at either aid or comfort. And the weasel is free to act or escape.
Okay. Which would you like to do first? Would you like to comfort or investigate / medicine?
Oh, I'm gonna just go up and say, "Oh, what's wrong?" And I guess I'm trying to diagnose her wounds, but I guess I will.
So as you step up, you make a medicine check.
Okay. Well, that's not great.
Mr. McGuffin sort of scurries into a far corner. And that's super helpful.
14 on that.
Scrod, you peer at this woman. Something is off about her. Just from looking, you can't quite tell what it is. But her skin looks rough.
Oh yeah, well you just gotta keep grooming yourself. And I'll just let her know you gotta groom yourself a little better. That'll clean that skin right up. You've been here in the dark.
It looks like maybe a little bit more than an exfoliation routine would take care of even.
Oh,
and I know there's a routine for anything, but even this.
Even this. Okay. I got some goop here. Let me see. Well, God. Well, I mean, she's got rough skin. Well, I'll see if I can. Hey, why don't you come back out with me, and I'll see if I can put a blanket. Is she naked or anything, or is she just in rags or what?
No, wearing a robe. So you could just sort of see her figure. As you approached, you caught just a glimpse of maybe her forearm. Oddly laying, and it looks that's where you can see this strange sort of growth on her skin.
Oh, it's a growth. I see. Yeah.
Sort of a rough, textured growth covering every inch of her skin that you can see, which is not much, but.
Wait, was there a disease that we'd encountered before as a meta question? Sorry, did we encounter a disease of some kind?
I don't know. There are diseases in this world. Go ahead and roll.
I didn't remember if we actually encountered one in play. I apologize.
You have not encountered anything that does anything like this. No diseases that cause anything like this.
Just come across one disease, but that was like way at the beginning.
Yeah, when I was still
Okay.
doing those rules. When I hadn't completely lost track of what's going on.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll see if I can get her and say, well, come on out and get a blanket and wrap it around her. If she'll come up, I'll actually attempt to help her up, even if she's not getting that
So
way.
as you wrap her in some scrap of cloth that you produce from deep in your backpack.
I thought she was sitting on. Was she sitting on blankets? or did I
Yeah,
miss-
that's right. She's sitting on a pile of blankets. So you pick up one of the blankets that she's on and sort of ensconce her in it.
It's probably cleaner than Jacob. All right.
Not by much. It's probably a flip of a coin at that point.
Okay.
As you wrap this blanket around her, it catches, and you start to help her to her feet.
Okay.
Her skin is as hard and rough as the bark of a tree. And as you sort of set her on her feet and turn her around to look at you, you can see that, in fact, she looks to be made of bark. Green eyes flash open inside, within her barky face.
Her eye pits.
I hope
Okay,
her
well-
bark is worse than her bite.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Scrod, make a Constitution save.
He loses inspiration for that. That's all I'm gonna say. Constitution check. Yes.
A saving throw.
Let's see if I can. Well, I clicked the damn thing. Come on.
Uh-oh.
Saving throw.
Wah. 11. Yeah, that's sad trombone noise there.
Everybody down here is momentarily deafened as a boom, a thunderous boom emanates from the room that Scrod
Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh, dear.
Scrod, you take 5 points of damage.
What?
Oh.
But you are thrown bodily backwards and into the door frame. Let's see. All of the little statues that are in this room are blown into against the wall. They shatter. The candles that were lit in this room, guttering though they were, flicker and die. Mr. MacGuffin only takes 2 points of damage and is still up. Mr. MacGuffin made his Constitution saving throw.
Of course he did. Dumping the 2 big statues, were they destroyed too?
It's now that it's dark in here, it's hard to see.
Can't tell.
You
Yeah.
hear them sort of like rocking back and forth on their pedestals. And you can hear just sort of in the far corner from you.
Oh, so I've been blown against and the door's closed shut behind me, I'm assuming.
If you left the door open, then you're just sort of in the door frame there.
Okay, because
That's up to you.
Yeah, I did. I don't think I closed the door behind me as I was searching.
Right.
But yeah, I'm probably
so-
deaf now.
As presumably everybody rushes over to see what the source of that noise was, certainly the NPCs pop over.
All I can say is I wouldn't count on it with this bunch.
Yeah, I was going to say, the NPCs go to check because you're their meal ticket.
No, I would look.
Okay.
I can't see in there though.
I got to put Aladdin in there. Aladdin's got... Oh no, Aladdin just got vision. Somebody's got to... I need to give somebody light. I'll figure that out for next time. But you can see this room is dark now, but in the far corner, a small flame flickers into being, and you can all see this humanoid with the bark skin and the luminous green eyes crouched in the far corner, looking fearfully back and forth and breathing heavily.
Does it
Anything
look...
I might have seen before in my adventures with the Fae?
Make a nature check.
like a dryad?
I got
Yeah,
my
Jaeger,
inspiration.
there's... Okay. Add a
Gotta use it
d12.
sometime today.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. +2.
Okay, 11 total. So with that, I would say you are, first of all, certain that you have not encountered a creature like this before. You've heard tales of it might be some kind of fey creature, some kind of nature spirit. There's any number of things in that world that it could be, and you're not entirely sure. It doesn't seem to be undead to you. It has none of that energy or seeming.
Mhm.
So you scratch that off your list. But apart from that, some kind of fey creature, possibly, you're not sure.
Can I say that? Well, can I say that I may have heard about these creatures that given description? I mean, not quite nature, but maybe like there's tales
History?
of wooden people. Yeah.
You can make a history check.
Yeah. Fuck me, that was that one.
Or would you like to use your inspiration
No.
in the last
No.
3 minutes of our night?
Yeah, I mean, come
I
on.
mean, all right.
Here comes the 12.
It said, what was it, a D12, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Huzzah, that's gonna be, oh, that's an 11. So that's gonna be
Okay.
21.
So Xavier, you dredge up a memory from your maybe your young adulthood when you dabbled in you were considering dabbling in nature magic. You were considering maybe taking some druid, becoming a steward of the land. And one of the druid circles that courted you was a circle of the forest that touted their ability to defensively turn their skin as hard as the bark of a tree. That's what this seems like to you.
Oh, like
It
that
does not
spell-
seem like it's a creature. It seems like the spell bark skin. And with your knowledge of Arcana, that tracks.
Hell yeah. I'm pretty smart at Arcana, guys. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. That looks like a spell, guys. I don't think that's a creature.
Especially given the fact that it now has a ball of flame hovering in it. You think if it was really, truly a creature of the woods, it would not be comfortable with flame like it is. That's really the dead giveaway for you.
I'm pretty hammered, so I probably think it just wants to be kind of... It's warm. It's
Just
torchwood.
in kind now.
It's got a fireball ready, I think. Are you gonna fireball me, whatever you are?
The druid begins to crawl around the ground, one hand lifted with the ball of flame, one hand searching in the dirt, and it begins to grab pieces of statue, and it looks like it's trying to organize them. All of the innumerable statues that were in here that are now shattered heaps.
She likes puzzles.
From behind you, a sad voice. These two who you helped earlier, they were Ogmund and Odium. They are sort of propped up against each other. And Ogmund says, she was here when we got here. Didn't talk much to the clerics, but what I understand, she was there when they moved in here. For all I know, she's always been here.
Can I like look into the room and like maybe investigate just how long she's been here? You know, scratches on the wall or the like.
Yep, make a check.
19.
It's dark. You peer in. There's really very little. There's almost no personal effects. There were the statues, which are now shattered into smithereens. There was the pile of blankets. There doesn't really seem to be any form of timekeeping on the walls or anything. But just from the state of the room, the dust that is now starting to resettle after being blown around by the thunder wave, you think that that estimate, I mean, years would be believable. She doesn't look that old to you, but you also know that with magical
I also
beings,
know that
that can be deceiving.
I know that high-level druids don't age.
Right. So
Maybe
it's,
he blares that
kind
out,
of
but
hard
doesn't
to
know
tell.
why.
It's such an austere room, other than the statues. If the statues are any indication, I mean, there are hundreds of them, up to and including the life-sized ones. So those alone would be the work of possibly a decade.
Dang. Okay.
On all of the statues put together, I mean, not just
Okay.
the two big, but all of the statues. You think maybe 10 years, if that was
A good time reference, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, guys, she's been here a while. Maybe too long. I'm not.
Make sure she knows we don't mean her any harm.
We don't mean you any harm.
I like the waves of alcohol just coming off of your breath and melting it. Are you breathing near the fire she just has?
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
it sparks a little bit. It's not enough to be a dragon's breath, but it definitely crackles at the edges of your exhalations.
It's coughing.
Other than that, she shows no sign of acknowledging your presence any longer. She's just scrambling around the ground, frantically trying to pull these pieces back together.
Have I been able to pull myself back together? I don't know if you guys.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Who else wants to do anything? Sorry.
I want to help start giving her some of the pieces.
Yep.
All right.
I still have comprehend that book.
I think we'll leave it there then, with Scrod and Jaeger helping this nameless bark-skinned druid picking up the pieces.
Of her shadow.
This is such a metaphor for last weekend.
Something.
Some friends. Yeah. Oh.
So, thanks to our cast and again to our audience, and again to Scarlet 64 for the raid. Greatly appreciated.
Yes.
Very humbling.
Very.
If everybody hasn't gone and followed Scarlet yet, please do. And if it's your first time here and you've enjoyed what we've done, please hit the follow button down the right hand side of the screen and tune in. This week we have starting tomorrow, we are back with Solar Patrol, which is a custom RPG game that is basically what do we call it, the
the making of a hyperpulp science fiction movie in the 1930s. And everyone just had a hot dog. Stay tuned to see how those go. See how street hot dogs from 1931 look.
Tuesday we'll be returning for Conan, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Wednesday we have actually we don't need Curse Strahd this week. This week we have a special Crimson Tunics Christmas episode that we're doing.
Ooh.
That starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Then do you decide if you're going to do something on Thursday while we're out and about, or Armand?
I don't know. We might throw something together here for Thursday, but there is a link to our Discord in the chat. So if you click that link, join our Discord, you'll be getting all of the alerts that we handcraft here for you.
Yeah,
to let
sometimes
you know.
we'll fly by the seat of our pants.
Yep.
So yeah, we might do a community game night or something like that. And then of course we'll have off for next. Are we off next Sunday? Or are we in?
No. My friend Simon is going to do some solo play on at the 8:30 slot, and probably at 1 o'clock. Simon will be doing some solo play because there's nothing that says Christmas like playing by yourself on Twitch when your kids don't come see you.
So come keep Simon company.
Yeah.
If you're around. Are we doing Tomb next Sunday?
No, we are off next Sunday for Christmas.
Okay.
We'll be back on the
That's right.
1st.
That is Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
That was why it was.
I'm a day
sad,
behind
yeah.
on everything.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm going to post the schedule, and I'm going to do
So,
it
but we'll be back on New Year's Day.
Yes.
tonight.
I'm planning on it.
Gotcha.
So, do we have a raid set up?
Oh, I was so enthralled in your outro, I did not do that.
My stumbling outro.
We are a professional tabletop role playing
Getting there.
channel.
Getting there. Hey, let's throw everybody to the playmat. How about that?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. And he does a lot of world building on other nights. So if you haven't checked him out before, you should. It's a lot of fun over there. He's very interactive, and sometimes he does D&D, sometimes he talks about it. But if you've ever been in the game master seat, it's definitely a useful stream to help come up with world building stuff. So
Yeah.
are we set to go?
Yeah, it's set up. You got any last words for the people at home, everybody?
Bobby Booey.
Be
If
cool.
we don't see you, have a good holiday, and we'll see you next time.
Fruit punch.